Check it out. I finally got a Herman Miller Aeron chair. Oh man. So yeah, I went on Facebook Marketplace recently and saw that somebody in town was selling this used for a fairly decent price. These chairs new start at like $1,400. And this one was on sale for $600 and looked to be in very good condition. So I pounced on it. It is a size B. I don't know what year it's from, but I don't think it's one of the newest versions. I say that because the lumbar support on this thing, it does have lumbar support, but it isn't one of the ones that I see on their website right now. So straight off the bat, it's good, it's great. It has the fully adjustable armrests, which I wasn't expecting. I was told that these would be the height adjustable ones, but these will like swivel in and out, so that's a bonus. He did tell me that these would be leather arm pads, though they are most definitely not leather. So, you lose some, you win some, I guess. Yeah, it's got the sort of tilt thing. I'm not sure I can't know for sure what kind of tilting mechanism it's got, but it looks to me like it's got the one that allows you to even tilt forward. So I don't know if it's the more advanced tilting mechanism. Anyway, I haven't had a chance to play with it that much. But I mainly wanted to make a video to talk about the Herman Miller chair because, I didn't know about Herman Miller chairs until sometime during my residency. I want to say maybe second year, third year of my residency, where I became friends with this dermatology resident, and she had told me at one point that one of her prized possessions was a Miller Aeron chair, and I was like, "What's that?" And she told me, "Oh, it's like this executive office chair that you see all over the place, right? You see it in like all kinds of movies and TV shows and stuff, and it's like the de facto standard, top of the line type of office chair." And the example actually she gave me was Gregory House, it's from that show House MD, I should say. The character Gregory House very clearly had one of these chairs in his office. I've definitely seen these in other shows. I just don't remember where I've seen them. Maybe in Suits. I can't say for sure, but for sure I've seen this chair for the first time, or noticed for the first time in that show House. Anyway, shortly thereafter, I don't know that I've ever seen her chair, but shortly thereafter, I just remember just discovering kind of by accident at the Children's Hospital where I was doing residency, and seeing just like a bunch of Herman Miller Aeron chairs at a nursing station, right? And it wasn't at every nursing station. It was like one particular nursing station happened to just have a bunch of Herman Miller Aeron chairs there. And I was like, what? These chairs are so expensive. How are there this many of them just sitting around at the nursing station, right? I don't know, maybe like they got a generous donation or something, because none of the other nursing stations had those chairs. So I remember seeing those and just being like, oh man, I'm gonna finally get to test one of these out. And I remember sitting down on the chair and just thinking, my goodness, what a revelation. It was like such an experience. I just remember being so comfortable that like, I get it. I got why that dermatology friend prized that chair so much. That was her prized possession. And so, from there on forward, I could never shake the thought of wanting or needing to own one of these chairs. But of course, it's very expensive, right? And so, I never did buy it. And but I was looking for chairs that looked similar, and I remember when I was in my fellowship, I found a chair that was kind of similar in its I don't want to say, you can say design, but like I guess similar in the way that it has both mesh for the back and the seat. In fact, it's right over here. I'll just point it out right there. Is this guy? You can here. You can tell that. See, it's got a mesh back. It's got a mesh seat. Oh no, hang on a second. It's got a purple seat cushion on it right now, but it's got a mesh seat, right? And I remember sitting on this chair and thinking, well, this guy's pretty darn comfortable too. And so I bought that chair, and I don't know, I've been okay with it, but something I've noticed was that sitting for long stretches of time in that chair, I don't know, my butt kind of felt a little bit uncomfortable, and I think it's because the chair has this sort of weird, or the seat has this weird curvature, like this, going from back to front, and I don't know why. I don't know why it has that shape, but I think it applied a little bit of pressure on the ischial tuberosities. But nonetheless, I did prize this chair, and ended up carrying it with me all the way here when I started work. And then since then, I bought another office chair, again just seeking that sort of Herman Miller comfort. But it was just some chair at Staples that had a mesh back, but a more conventional, foam seat. And it was a bit of a higher back chair with seemingly good lumbar support, so I got it. But admittedly, I don't know, I think I've had that chair for about 3 years, and I think the foam is just too weak, and so I feel like I'm bottoming out all the time, and my ischial tuberosity is again constantly feeling the pressure of the metal plate at the bottom of the chair. So I haven't been happy with my office chairs up till now. And then, well, now I have a Herman Miller. I just literally got it today, and so I'm definitely going to test drive it. Sometimes, your memories are, I don't know how to say this, but like I guess you look back on things with rose-tinted glasses. So maybe I remember the Herman Miller chair being, better than they actually are. I don't know. We'll see. So far, sitting in this chair, it is comfortable, but I will say it's not like as mind-blowing as I remember it to be. The mesh seat on this one is a bit more flat, which is nice, but I still feel pressure on my ischial tuberosities, and maybe it's just that I don't have much of a butt or something to cushion my seating area, but yeah, I've been sitting here for a couple of hours maybe, and I still do feel a little bit of pressure, but that's overall still quite comfortable. One thing I have noticed is that there is a bit of creaking all over the place from this chair. You can probably hear it throughout the video, and you can hear it now. So it's not ideal for a chair for me to sit in while talking on a camera, because you're gonna pick that up. So yeah, that's a little bit of a downer, but I don't know, I think I can live with it for a little bit. The lumbar support on this thing also isn't the greatest. I find that it pops off. It literally just pops right off. If I apply a bit too much pressure on it. So yeah, maybe it is all just, I built it up in my mind too much over the years, and it's not quite what I imagined it to be. Or maybe there's just some sort of idiosyncrasies with this particular chair because it is used. I don't know. So anyway, that's it. that's kind of the story about how I finally, after all these years, got myself a Herman Miller Aeron chair. So yeah, that's it. See you in the next one.